Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the National Football League. As we'll see Trace McSorley and the Carolina Panthers versus Jared Goff and the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first run now for Kyren Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Goff. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And back deep, Avery Williams. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They are led out by the final quarterback selected in the 2019 draft, the former Nittany Lion. It's Trace McSorley.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Evans gets it again on second down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now McSorley. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down throw, gone. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Gray on 2nd down. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. Touchdown! Trey McBride, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Evans. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's McSorley to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. McSorley from the shotgun. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. McSorley sets to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. A short one here, caught by McBride. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is McSorley. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Austin. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. McSorley once more looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. McSorley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw, Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's great. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty, and the Panthers will get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 2.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Evans.
Able to power through. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Evans. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. McSorley, 1st and 10.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
It'll be McSorley again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And New York set to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they will take a knee here. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.